get back over here.
All right, I'm glad you're here.
This is Tom Ward coming to you from the Banner. We're here on the South Jefferson Street side of the building, and as you can see, flames pretty high in the air. We've got some oddly colored flames in different parts of the building too. We've seen some blue ones, and we've had some orange and kind of a dark red color coming out right now. A lot of steam coming out of the front of the building where they are spraying it with the ladder truck from the front. It looks like we have another section of wall bowed out here on this side again where we lost the wall earlier. As you can see, the flames just keep getting higher and higher, and I mean, tell you, if you would tonight, if you have any memories of this building as a kid or growing up, if you worked here, parents worked here, whatever, I ask that you share those onto to the Banner newspaper page tonight. As you can see, we've had a really huge eruption of flames come out of the top of this building, and we're looking at the upper floor has probably just fallen down in there, and that would be my guess of what has caused that to flame up like that. But like I said, we're looking at firefighters working diligently as they can to move their hose, because it looks like we are going to lose part of this front of this building here just about any time. I mean, we're seeing flames shooting higher. As you can see, there's a crack has developed right there where they what that is they actually, this building used to have big large glass windows, and many years ago now they actually blocked those in with concrete blocks. This is where you're seeing that crack that is right there, is where that window frame used to be. This was not in my lifetime that I remember this. Now, it could have been. I simply don't remember it being a situation where those were glass windows. But I have seen photos, which I will post later tonight, of it whenever it was Molite back in the late 50s. You can see up at the top of the building, there's another crack has developed, and right there in front of those flames that are coming up. So like I said, we're going to lose another section. Firefighters here are trying to move their hoses back before this building does collapse, and they anticipate that to come at any time, as they are pulling everybody back and making sure that we pull back as well. Again, we pray for the safety of these guys here tonight, and they're pushing us back now. So anyhow, I will leave this video for just a moment. And I'll tell you, I'll just wait and see if we have any more footage, if this wall does come down. This wall has cracked considerably. You see the old bodies of the fans up there, the exhaust fans for this building that were used to keep it cool. This building had no air conditioning in it back years ago, and I don't know that it ever had it involved. Firefighters are moving everyone back as they do see this building getting ready to come, this front facing to come down again here shortly. Again, if you're just joining us, we are at the old LeRoi building between South Jefferson and South Seminary Streets here in Princeton. This is Tom Ward with the Banner reporting on the fire that has consumed this old warehouse building. This warehouse was originally a tobacco warehouse in the early 1900s. It would become the Kentucky Horse Collar and Whip Company. I believe that's right. Rick Blackburn, if you are watching this, you can correct this in the comments and tell people what the name of it was. I know that you know. It was Molite for a little while in the late 50s into the 60s, 70s, and 80s after Molite moved to Hopkinsville. This property was bought by the Harrelson family, who used it as the LeRoi warehouse for the Princeton hosiery mill. The upper floor of this building was actually where baby garments and socks were kept that LeRoi sold back at that time. And the lower floor here at this side of the building where I'm looking at was where all the packing lines was. The warehouses, the main warehouse was back here. I mean, we're looking at a very historic building. I don't know the exact age on it, but it has worn many hats throughout its history here in Princeton. And we watched tonight as this historic building will be lost to the community, to history, and to everyone here in Princeton and Caldwell County. Again, I'm asking if you ever worked here, whether it be with Molite or with any of the other businesses here, share your memories with us on the Banner page tonight. I know one of the last things has just come to my mind here a moment ago. One of the last things this building was actually used for before it became just a storage facility as part of Rodney Heaton's storage units. This was actually where the Boy Scout Troop 87 met here on the lower floor for just a little while. Like I said, you're looking at a very historic building here. Chad Morris, I saw that you had your great-grandparents owned the house that got dozed right out front. My grandparents were the ones who lived actually here behind it, over here. So, I mean, like I said, whenever we all have some memory of this, especially a lot of teenagers, when I was growing up, and I can remember remember some names of some people playing, Todd Beck and Jimmy Dyer and Barry Burns and several others playing football out here in this field beside the building back in the early 80s, and many other people were always around this area, when the hosiery mill owned it. It is a shame to see things like this happen, especially with a historical location. We're here at the old LeRoi building between South Seminary and South Jefferson Street in Princeton. This is Tom Ward from the Banner reporting. Firefighters have pulled back away from the building in anticipation of this wall coming down here in the next little bit. They've been watching pretty much helplessly as this building is now fully involved on both the upper and the main floor. Right now, we do not know what the cause of this fire was. I'm sure that they will have to investigate, and we won't know tonight what caused it. I mean, we can only make assumptions at this point, and I would not want to do that because we simply do not know. There were no homeless people inside. This building is a secure building, and they don't do that. Alicia Jean, there is a basement, but it is in the back part of this building. It's not in this section that has been on fire. It would be in the section that's down here behind the fire trucks. Trying to see if there's Seth, there's several things stored inside. Mostly it was personal belongings that belonged to the Heatons. And other people had things stored inside. Again, there were no homeless people inside. This building is a secured building that is protected by cameras and everything else, so no one would have been inside. All we can kind of do is just stand here and watch now. I mean, I don't know if Bremner ever used this as a warehouse, Tina. Not that I am aware of. They may have, but I don't know if... I know that they did not now. The only people who were storing in the buildings were... Down in the lower part here, I know Brantley stores and maybe a few other places. So are any of the other storage buildings damaged? April, only the ones that you can see right here on this side of the building were the only ones that have been damaged. Laura Jean, I see you there. Yeah, you and I worked together on that upper floor where this fire apparently started at. It is a very emotional night as far as that goes. This is what we're looking at. Morgan, I believe that the fire started somewhere around 8:30 is when I heard the report. I'll be able to tell you a little later. Yes, Beth Knipe did use this as part of the sock factory, but I actually believe that was whenever Mr. Knipe was working for the hosier mill. Oh, you're fine. So you were the one who saw this flame up. You want to be on camera real quick?
I don't care.
Okay. I'm here with Mr. Kilgore, who actually was the one who reported this. Tell me what you saw when you guys went by.
It was me and Bryson Bannister. We were driving by, and we saw a big, huge cloud of smoke going up, black smoke billowing to the sky. And as we were driving by, we could see flames coming out of the window. We drove down South Seminary to see if there were any fire trucks or anything, and looped back around South Jefferson, and nobody was here. So we decided we figured somebody had already called the fire department, but nobody had apparently, so we called it in, and crews got here really quickly.
Do you know about what time that was?
I'm thinking it was around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. Well, folks, this is Benji Kilgore. He's the gentleman who called this in, he and Bryson Bannister. We really appreciate your service tonight, sir. Thank you for calling this in and keeping your eye on the community the way that you do. A lot of you, I'm not sure if you know Benji or not. If you do, you know who he is. If you don't, he is the son of George Kilgore, and is a remarkable young man. I think a lot of him here. But Benji, thank you so much. Take a look back at the building here after talking with Benji here for a moment. You can see the firefighters have moved back in a little closer to see if they can't battle some of the fire here in the storage units that's going on down low. You can see through the window here where the fan was on the lower floor, that fire has engulfed that lower building, the lower part of the building. We've got more steam and coming out as the ladder truck is trying to shoot as many flames into the building, or as much water into the building as they can to douse these flames out. I will be back shortly. I've got to get my hands in my pockets. It's actually very, very cold out. So I will be back to you guys shortly.